back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Alright guys, it's about 6:20 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at $123,344. Starting off here with the weekly chart. Again, we had a great candle close this Sunday that just happened. Yesterday, it was looking like this candle was turning red. All of a sudden, we're starting to wick back up. Now we're a little bit indecisive, so it does look a lot better than yesterday. We still have 4 days and 2 hours before this candle closes, and the stochastics are starting to point up again. Yesterday, it was looking like we could have rolled over since we were a little bit bearish, but now they're starting to point back up, so everything's looking back to normal. 6-day chart is on the way up. 5-day chart is on the way up. When you look at the stochastics RSI, on the 4-day chart, same thing. 3-day chart, we're starting to get to the top here, but we're still above the 21 moving average. That's at 115,479. 2-day chart, we're toppy here. Hopefully we could drag here for a while before rolling over. I'm not liking these wicks. This means that, you know, we haven't been able to really get past 126,250 around there. 21 moving average is a little bit far, which is at 114,815. We might have to flag out here sideways and wait for this 21 moving average to catch up to price before we could continue going up. On the daily chart, the RSI is pointing up. This is bullish because yesterday we had this big red engulfing candle. Now today we have this green candle, which is bullish. This candle closes in about an hour and a half. The stochastic RSI is on the way down, but maybe we could bump back up and then come down, or continue to drag sideways and wait for this 21 moving average to catch up to price a little bit more, which is at 116,522. But I'm not too afraid that we're falling down a little bit because I do have a cup and handle pattern here, and as you can see on the handle part, we are actually tracing inside of the pattern. So it made sense that yesterday we had that big red engulfing candle. Notice how we pop up exactly from the bottom here with a wick, and all of a sudden this green candle, we went to the top. This next candle could be red as we fall down, and we could just continue going down. The lowest this shows it could go if we don't break out of the cup and handle pattern is about like 118,350, which I've been saying it's possible we could break 120, get down to 118. Sometimes in the cup and handle we could even get a little bit lower than that and then pop up, but I don't really foresee us getting lower than 117 for now. Anything could change in the future, but this cup and handle will break us out to about 135,000, 136k. So this is the next big major move that I'm looking for. This could take a week or two to play out, so we have to be patient for this to happen. Now we take a look at the other time frames. The 22-hour time frame, the stochastic RSI is starting to reset here, and we already got close to the 21 moving average, so maybe we could spring up here pretty soon. On the 12-hour chart, we're still on the way down, but we have not reached the 21 moving average as of yet. 10-hour chart does look bullish. We already reset and we are on the way up. We bounced off the 21 moving average, which is bullish, so it looks like, you know, we could continue going sideways or start going up pretty soon. Maybe test the 126k again. 8-hour chart, same thing. You can see we bounced off the 21 moving average. We never really broke below that, so that's bullish. We head over to the 4-hour chart. We could see after not really coming up twice, now we're starting to come up from the bottom of the stochastics RSI. We never got below the 50 moving average, which was at 121,282, and we're trying to regain the 21 moving average, which is currently at 123,213. So this is looking bullish, especially if we could get back above the 21 moving average. Now on the 1-hour chart, we are toppy here. We do have some bearish divergence. I can say that kind of played out. We got all the way down and tested the 21 moving average, and as you can see with this wick, we bounced back up almost immediately. So this is looking pretty bullish, and I'm seeing another cup and handle pattern here. These are pretty famous in this bull run. We've been getting a lot of cup and handles, and I feel like this could be the one that breaks us back up here. So this will be the cup. This part right here is the handle, and this measured move could, like I said, take us back up to about 126,078. Let's call it 126k. It makes sense for this to continue coming down. We could even get to the bottom of this pattern, retest the 21 moving average at 122,571, and then from there continue to go up. So we have another cup and handle play here before the big one breaks out. And if we go to the 15-minute chart, we're on the way up. It looks like we could roll over here a little bit. We are still above the 200 moving average, which is the main important one here at 123,020. We do have to recapture this 21 moving average. We are getting some resistance here. I could see us maybe coming back down, testing 122,400 here with the 100 moving average, and then from there coming back up. Let's see what ends up happening. In order for this cup and handle on the 1 hour to play out, we would possibly have to continue coming down slightly, and like I said, maybe test 122 one more time, and then from there we can make that bigger move up to 126. All right guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe, and if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.